Hi, everybody. Welcome to our first Friday/Saturday edition of Ask Grad. So as I have mentioned before, we are going to be doing Ask Grad twice a week. So Sunday editions that start at 9 a.m. Pacific, will continue. But now we're going to have Fridays at 2 p.m. Pacific, and this is largely for the folks down under, so that they can see this on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. AEDT. So it's good to see you guys. I'm looking forward to this and looking forward to seeing you guys twice a week instead of just once a week. So we're going to sorry about that, still got it, just won't go away, but I do have this. Look at this, I'm in my little short sleeve shirt in January. I mean, it's nearly 70 degrees where I live. It should be like 3 feet of snow. So it's just really weird, but anyway, let's start. Let's go ahead and start doing some readings. I'm going to do a lot of readings today with Angel Answer Oracle cards. Someone in my Certified Angel Tarot Reader class asked me if I couldn't do that, so that they could sort of see more about how they work. So we're going to start over here on Facebook. Okay, so we're starting on Facebook with Carol, and Carol asks, am I moving? Now, one of the reasons why I chose that is because Angel Answer Oracle cards has very crystal clear answers to questions like yes or no. So and the way I work with this deck is that there are the yes/no questions, all right? So these are cards that say yes or no, or you're ready, or take action, or reconsider, there's something better, unlikely, don't stop, choose a new direction. These are all yes/no questions that I keep in one stack. And then in another stack, I keep the timing questions, Things like within the next few weeks, or wait, or perfect timing, or in the near future, or not the right time, a year from now, or within the next few months. And then I leave the other cards that say things like communicate clearly, or compromise, or abundance, or get more information, or peaceful resolution, listen to your intuition, yada, 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 as just regular oracle cards for an oracle card message. But I saw Carol's question go by, and it's a very simple yes/no question. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shuffle the cards here. And because these stacks are so small, you won't see me doing the very typical Las Vegas style shuffling that I do. I just shuffle like this because the stack is too small. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. You know what, Carol? I got no, and I got a very emphatic no. So it doesn't look to me like you are moving, at least not at this time. Maybe at another time, maybe sometime later in the year, but not right now. So that shows you guys exactly how that works. Okay, so I'm going to go over to Instagram. Hi, Instagrammers. Okay, so what we've got Robin saying, hi, Rad, I've received many positive signs in regards to the love of my life. Should I remain hopeful that we will be together in this lifetime? Should I remain hopeful? Well, that's also kind of a yes/no question. But I kind of feel like what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Angel Answer Oracle cards, like I said, but I'm going to use the Oracle card section because I feel like that there's more to that question than just a sort of cold yes, cold no. So let's just see what we get from the standpoint of being with the person that you are referring to or hoping to find, okay? Well, you know what? So the first card is communicate clearly. Communicate clearly. So if you have not, if you have someone that you are specifically thinking about, communication problems might have been a part of the difficulties that you have been having in the past. If you haven't got somebody and you're just looking for the right person to come along, Robin, then I would interpret this to mean tell the universe what you want. I mean, this is something that I talk about in How to Be Your Own Genie, my new book, is that I really am into lists, and I'm really into doing the work that is necessary to really get clear on what it is that you're trying to manifest. So you would need to, if you don't have somebody in your life right now that you're thinking about, then you need to get really clear with the universe about what it is that you're looking for. And the next card is forgiveness. Forgiveness. Now, again, because I don't know if you've got somebody in your life or not, this card, if I was going to read it for someone who has someone in their life, then I would say there needs to be some forgiveness work, and maybe forgiveness of yourself, forgiveness of the other person, to allow for that to be, for this to happen. And then, I mean, I like this because this is very empowering. This is a very empowering card. It says it's up to you. So really, it's up to you, and you might feel like it's up to somebody else, but we are very powerful, amazing, magical, manifesting creatures. That's why I wrote How to Be Your Own Genie. It's all about getting in touch and in connection with that part of yourself that has the ability to manifest what you want. If you have someone in your life that you're looking for, it's going to wind up being your decision or your choice on whether or not the two of you get together. If you don't have somebody in your life, even more so, it's up to you to do the manifesting work that you need to do in order to bring in the perfect person. Now, one of the things that I do want to say is that I try to say this every week, and I always forget to say it at the beginning. And maybe that's good because a lot of you come in afterwards. But one of the things that I do want to say is that it's very important that you understand that the universe is very powerful, very amazing, and has the ability to answer multiple people's questions with one reading. So if you had that same question that Robin had on Instagram, but you're on Facebook, and that really rang true to you, the message that I just gave you, you should embrace that, and you should let that be your answer. So so we got Debbie. Rad, I've just started a new job, but I'm unsure if it's the right thing for me. So what I'm going to do is I feel like I want to go to Angel Tarot cards for Debbie's question. And so I'm trying to do a new thing where I pull just one. Great. Robin says she does have someone specific in mind, and it was very accurate and helpful reading. So, thank you, Robin, for letting me know that. And for anyone who's new to this, this is how this stuff works. I'm actually currently writing my second book, my second solo book anyway. And I was literally working on it right before I came down here. And, it's like the universe is so powerful, so magical, so amazing. And we are such lovely little adorable children of God that we have gifts that we just don't utilize, and we don't realize that we have these amazing gifts, and it's important that we do. So, but anyway, so I'm trying to do one card readings with Ask Rad because I tried it for the first time last Sunday, and I got through a lot more people. So that's what we're going to try to do today. Okay. So, Debbie, 2 and 1. Okay. So I just started a new job, and I'm sure. So the card for you, Debbie, is renewal. It's renewal. And renewal is a card where we have to evaluate things, and that's what you're doing, right? It's what you're doing. And so what we do is we evaluate the past. we evaluate the present, and we look to what do we want to have in the future. Now, renewal is not a card that's typically a card that's very much about action. The action comes later. This is about really evaluating. And so for you, what I would say is give this job a little bit more time. That I think you need to really have more time to evaluate not only whether or not you like it or whether or not you are going to be happy in it long term, but also just to give yourself a little bit of time to understand if you don't like it, what do you not like? What is it that you can't stand? And so that you don't make this, and I'm not even going to call it a mistake that you took this job. There's a reason you took this job. There's a very powerful reason that you took this job. This is a major arcana card, and so there is a reason you took this job, and it's giving you information that you really need that's very important. It's very important. So I would just say give it some more time, wait and see, evaluate, pay attention, think about how this job relates to your past and where you want to be in the future, and give it a little more time. Okay. All right. So that's for Debbie. So now we're going to pop on over back to Instagram. So Arushi says, hi, Rad. I have been offered a job, but it starts in May. Should I accept it or not? A lot of yes, no questions today, but I still feel that for this particular question that the right answer would come from Archangel Power Tarot cards. So we're going to do that. Okay. Okay. So 10 of Ariel. So you know what? This is a card of contentment, of peace. It's also a card of financial contentment, of things really starting to fall into place. So waiting until May is kind of challenging, and I can understand that. So I would suggest that if you have the ability to wait until May, then you should do that. And if because this looks like a very happy job. Okay, it looks like you'd be really happy there. So, you know, I'm give it a shot. If you can do it, then do it. All right, so that's that. All right, so I'm popping back over to Facebook. Wow, this is a question. So Casey, oh, what a pretty thing you are, Casey Ann. Hi. So, Rad, should I stay with my fiance? Okay, so guys, that's a very, once again, yes, no question. It's like all we're getting today is yes, no questions. So this is a very tender question. This is a very tender question because this is very important. And so when I want to answer a tender question, I tend to go to Guardian Angel Tarot cards. They're the softest speaking version of tarot that I have created. And you're welcome, Debbie. And so it will give us an answer, and it will give us an accurate answer, but it'll give us an answer in a very soft way. 2 and 1. Okay. All right. So, well, this says helper of action, helper of action. And so this is a card that says literally you're blessed with many wonderful things. It would be great to take some time first, but you probably don't have the time. So get busy and follow your instincts. Follow your instincts. So what are your, KCM, what are your instincts telling you? What is your intuition telling you? You know, it's like, I mean, let's take a look at this guy, okay? Because this may very well represent your fiance. Well, this is almost like a military person. Maybe your fiance is in the military, but if he's always barking orders, or he reins you in too tight, or holds too much control over you, then you need to be true to yourself, and you need to not allow this to go forward until those issues are worked out or resolved. But I would say, what in your heart do you know that you need to do? What is that? That's what you need to do. All right. All right. So, hi, guys. For those of you who are just tuning in, I'm Radley Valentine. I'm a Hay House author of all that stuff back there. And I do Ask Rad episodes where I do readings for people on both Fridays and Sundays, and Saturdays for those who are down under. All right. So, let's see. I just did Facebook. Let's see. So, Ivergrad says, hi, Rad. I have a question. My family won't accept me being lesbian. Will this ever change? Oh, honey bunny, I'm so sorry. That's a total downer. But you know what? Let's lift it up. No, let's stay with angels. So I'm going to use angel tarot cards for that question. It's just amazing to me that in this day and age that's even a thing. You know, it's like, really? That's a thing? Really? Why? Why do we care? This shouldn't be a thing. But anyway, I know some places it is. And so let's see what we get for you, hun. 2 and 1. All right. Well, yes, not today, but yes, they will. I mean, 6 of air is, if you know anything about tarot, it follows some really challenging cards. 2 of air, 3 of air, 4 of air, 5 of air. 4 of air is not that challenging, but 5 of air. These are very challenging cards. It's where we're going through these difficult things. But 6 of air is where it gets better. So I'm going to let her see this card up close on Instagram. Sorry, Facebook. And so you can see that here we have a unicorn and it's in a boat, and the boat is named Novus, which is Latin for new. And the unicorn is leaving behind the difficulties that had been before it, and things get better. So it will happen, sweetie pie. I actually feel like it's going to get better this year. I actually feel like it will get better this year. So just hang in there. Don't let them get you down. To the point you can. Don't let them get you down. And for those of us in the GLBTQ tradition, it's like we have our chosen families, and it's super important that you have a chosen family. So if you don't have a chosen family, find one. Find your peeps. As my friend Kyle Gray would say, find your tribe. I love Kyle. So, find your tribe, find your chosen family. Let them be there for you until, your other family comes around. So I'm going to take another one from Instagram just because I feel compelled to take this one. I can't even begin to say your name, so I'm just going to call you Babe. And she says, my grandma passed away this week. Any messages from her to my mom? Any messages from her to my mom? Well, that's really sweet of you to ask that question. And so I always use Talking to Heaven for these kinds of questions. It's by James Van Praagh. I love this deck. 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 And the reason that I love this deck is because it gives these amazing answers to questions like this. And I'm a very good medium, but I don't like going into that medium energy. It's very heavy. I prefer the angels. And this is basically doing mediumship work with angels, So let's see what we have for Babe's mom from her grandmother. And for this, I will do 3 cards because I just feel like it's over. It works that way. So the first card says, there is no time where I am. That time is only on the earth. Time is only on the earth. So, I think where I would go with that particular thing is to just let your mom know that that time will eventually just go boop. It will. It's like, think about it. Wasn't it just 5 minutes ago that it was summer? So time goes by quickly. And it also goes, it's non-existent in heaven. And so your grandmother is not missing you, because by the time I'm even done speaking, from her perspective, you'll be with her. So the next card, though, is, and this is a big point, the earth is our school. That's why we come here. That's why we come here. We come here because the earth is our school. And finally, this is very interesting. If it says, if I had only known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. So I would have lived differently if I knew then what I know now. So I'm going to leave that alone. I'm pretty sure Babe and Babe's mom know what that means. So there you go. Often when I see this card, it's a card that is asking forgiveness for something. So there you go. All right. So sorry, Facebook. I'm coming back to you now. Let's see. So here's a question that keeps coming up. So it's Melissa Clayton. I said, hi, Riley. Do you see a move for my family? So don't use talking to heaven for that. No, that's not the right deck. No, don't use talking to heaven. All right. So as I promised my certified angel tarot reader kids, I'm trying to use angel answer oracle cards a little bit. So I'm just going to shuffle here just like this. Like I said, these don't really lend themselves. There's not enough cards in the yes, no pile to lend themselves to, well, the card that I got for you is unlikely. So it doesn't look like I see a move coming anytime soon. Now, unlikely is a card that isn't a no. It isn't a no. And so one of the things that when I get this card that I like to do is I like to pull a card from the Oracle card deck to get more information. Always remember, Instagrammers, Facebookers, anybody that's watching this, YouTubers that might be watching this, that no reading is fated. There is simply no absolute fate. There is only the reading that if you continue to move in the direction that you are moving without making any changes in your actions, what the most likely outcome is going to be. So let's get a little bit more information for Melissa from the Oracle card part of this deck, which I can shuffle like Las Vegas. So here we go. Gosh, everybody's just, it's the same thing over and over. It's like moving questions. Everybody wants to move. Okay, 2 and 1. So let's see what we get. Here we go. And, listen to your intuition. So Melissa, so here's the scoop. If you are hoping that I would say no, then continue to do exactly what you were doing. Don't change anything. But if you are hoping to move, that's really what you're wanting, then this is the answer to the question. Hi, Anna, I love you too. It's listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition. And what changes to the process that you are currently going through to create a move do you think might need to change? And listen to that and make some changes. Okay? All right, so there's that. So let's see. So Yofa says, would love to have guidance from my angels. Would love to have guidance from my angels. So I don't know if you have your guardian angels' names. I'm going to give you some names now. And the first name I am getting is Marguerite is the first name that I got. And the second name I got is Serenity. So Marguerite and Serenity. And so the angel that wants to talk, these are both feminine energies, okay? You're welcome, Yofa. And so the message from Serenity is, dearest one, the time has come for you to reach out and embrace joy. The time has come for you to release and forget and forgive sadness, unhappiness, pain, and pessimism. We are here to show you the sunshine. We are here to help you to build a life on a foundation of joy that will help you to go to the place in your life that you so much desire to go to. And she is, so sometimes I'm not really very clairvoyant. That's not my thing. I'm claircognizant with a dash of clairaudience. And so, but I do very often see tarot cards in my head. And so I keep seeing the same card, and Serenity wants me to show you this card because this is where you're going. And I don't know if you know tarot or not, but if you do, you can look up the card. If you don't, you can look up the card. But here it is. It's the sun. And see that, look at that foundation that Archangel Uriel is standing upon. Archangel Uriel is brilliant epiphanies, but also emotional healing, that I'm feeling that there's something that you need in your life. But the sun is coming up, and it's going to be a glorious future. And that's what Serenity wanted you to see. Here you go, Facebookers, just so you could get to see it too. All right. So let's do another Facebooker. Let's see. All right, so Alicia, that's a pretty name. So, hi, Red, thank you for your gift. Can you please help me with some insight on my future career path? Okay, so I think for that, what do I want to do? I want to do, I'm going to do fairy tarot cards. You look a little fairy-ish to me. So we're going to do fairy tarot cards and see what they might have to say. See what card we get for you for this. Okay. Okay, and one. Okay, let's see. So the card I get is Three of Summer. Well, that's a happy card. This is a card of celebration. I'll just tell you what it says. It's like news worth celebrating, announcements such as wedding, graduations, or births, friends you cherish. So, but see, this is a card of joyful happiness. And so what it would do is this card would send you to, it would guide you to go after things that you really love. Because I mean, it's like I love what I do. I mean, I hope that's perfectly clear that I love what I do and I wouldn't want to do anything else. And it's like, what is the thing that you would like to do that would make you joyful? Now, here's the other thing. This is also a card. Remember, what did it say? Make time to be with friends you cherish. So this could also be if you are currently doing what you love, but you don't love who you're doing it with, then make a change. Make a change. When back in the old days when I was a certified public accountant, yes, I was a CPA, whether or not I was happy depended on who I was doing it with, who I was doing it for, what were the people like in the company, what was the company's corporate culture, if it was great, I was happy, I was fine. If it was yucky, I was not fine because it was just not good. So either one of those, Alicia, go after what makes you joyful. And if you're already doing what you're joyful, but you're not doing it with people you like, then go do it somewhere else. Go do it somewhere else. Okay. All right. So we are out of time for today. So I did want to just tell you a few things. You can find several things on my Facebook page. First of all, there's a video for tips for talking to your guardian angels. You can find that on my Facebook page and YouTube. There's also a meditation for getting your guardian angels' names on Facebook and YouTube, so you can look at that. My rat scopes for 2018, which go through each zodiac sign quarter by quarter for 2018 and give you an idea of what it is like for 2018 for you, you can go look at that. If you want to look at my Facebook Live that I did with Colette Barron-Reed, just the two of us, talking a little bit about what we're expecting for 2018 in general, you can go look at that. All of that stuff is on Facebook, it's on YouTube, and it's free. I'm still working on a meditation for releasing 2017. Energy and so that you're nice and clean and ready for 2018. I'm just having a little bit of trouble. I'm trying to be fancy. I'm trying to be fancy. I really am. I'm just trying to be fancy. I want it to be really pretty for you. And so I'm trying to do it through a new software, and there's a learning curve. And as soon as I get past that learning curve, then the video will be up. So that's that. So if you want to tune in for next time, you can tune in on this Sunday in European and United States. It's 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. I think it's 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And I'm sorry, Australia, it's 4 a.m. in the morning on Monday. So you guys probably won't be tuning in that too much. All right. All right. So love you guys. Have a fantastic weekend, no matter where you are, and make it magical. All right. All right. See ya.